Hello guys, today I'll tell you about our first training fins and three colors of those, blue, white and black. And I'll be showing on the blue ones and talk about what it consists of, the blade, the foot pocket, why we designed it, for who we designed it. So in general, short fins, training fins are perfect for technique, and there is a great need for fins for technique on the market. And it's a foundation. Any beginner freediver needs to train technique, needs to perfect it, and preferably with the soft fins. If the fins are stiff, if it's it doesn't allow for the straight leg kick, then it basically pushes freediver to learn in proper technique with the bending knees, right? So those fins we designed with inspiration by our competition fins, carbon fins, CB2s, and the curvature of the blade created in a way where it's like a curve. It's really strong, so the tip is strong, and the beginning of the blade is still flexible enough to feel like a effortless fin, right? So the idea of this fin is that it's not only for the beginners, for the technique to be practiced, but also for the advanced freedivers, for the professional freedivers, for competitive freedivers, and it's good for the first steps in technique. It's great for mastering technique, improving technique on all levels. Like for me, it's a fin that I use for half of the training. For example, I have long fins or monofin, and then I do half of the training with the short fins to perfect the technique, to do the drills, and then I do the second half of the training with the longer fins or monofin, right? And then it also very versatile. It's almost indestructible. You can throw it around, it can fall, it can stay in the sun longer. So it all, of course there are some basic care rules. It's better to rinse it, better to leave it outside of the sun. Also important to keep sharp objects away from the strap. So that's one rule that is really important to follow. But in general, they're way more durable than any other long fins made of fiberglass or carbon. So yeah, basically it's really something I saw as a need in freediving to create those fins, because I didn't like how the current soft rubber or plastic fins they perform. So that's why we created silicone fins. Silicone in general is very durable. Also, it doesn't change its performance in different temperatures, specifically in cold temperatures. So usually when I would dive in cold waters or under the ice, rubber fins or plastic fins would become stiff and silicone fins would stay soft, and that's the big benefit of them. And also it doesn't cause any allergies, so that's the also big benefit of this fin. Okay, so the blade was inspired by our carbon fins, the curvature, 8 stabilizers, 8 rails, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, ensures a proper curve and good stability of the blade. And the foot pocket, you can see it's asymmetrical. There is a space for the big toe, and there is anatomical heel strap, arch support, the same way it's done in our hand-built foot pockets. So the foot pocket with open heel as well allows for the proper pointed toe position and the most streamlined position possible, comparing to other fins with a closed heel. Okay, so that's pretty much about construction. Design-wise, it's very minimalistic, like a subtle icon, subtle logo to keep it very simple. And pretty much that's our new creation, and I'm very happy to present it. Again, we have 3 colors, and for the sizes, we have the range of the sizes from 36 currently to 45. And in the future, we will be planning to add more. But in general, the step of the size is 2 sizes per one fin. So 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And if you want to use those fins for cold water, which they're great for because they're silicone, you would plan to have a slightly larger size. So if you would be on the low range of the size, so for example 40, 41 and you are 40, then with the thin socks you can still fit in the same size. It's let's say 1 to 3 millimeter sock. If you would have a thick sock 5 to 7, you would need to upgrade to the larger size. And if you're on the higher range of the size, so like 40, 41, but you are 41, then even with the thin socks, you would go up one size, and with the thick socks, you might go up 2 sizes to be comfortable, right? But it's worth trying, and like measuring foot with socks will help as well to find the right fit. Okay, so in general, very happy to present you this little baby. We worked a lot to create, and it's super efficient, very comfortable, like very nice subtle design, and I'm sure you'll have like a great benefit of using them for training, and a lot of pleasure of like really diving in them and feeling no fatigue in your legs. Okay, have a good training.